Hey cooks, on the show today, we're going to make my turkey meatloaf in the Ninja Foodi. I wrestled this thing away from Eric, and we are going to pressure cook it, top it with my favorite sauce, then we're going to air fry it to make that sauce nice and sticky on top of our turkey meatloaf. So join me as we take the Ninja Foodi and make turkey meatloaf. So the very first thing, we're going to make the sauce for the meatloaf. I just make it from the very beginning so it's done and I don't have to worry about having to do it at the last second. So in this Pyrex, I have a half a cup of ketchup. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of Worcestershire, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and a teaspoon of dry mustard. And we're going to go ahead and give that a stir. Yum. So our sauce is done. So now let's make the meatloaf. So I have about 1.5 pounds of ground turkey here. I'm going to add 2 large shallots that I chopped pretty good, minced. If you don't have shallots, just add regular onion. I also have a tablespoon of Worcestershire. I have a tablespoon of tomato paste. Just get some really flavorful tomato paste. I buy the stuff in the tube. We want to put in an egg. Yay. Lightly beaten. I'm going to put some granulated garlic. I'm going to put some dry mustard, mustard, and some thyme, French thyme. I'm also going to season it up pretty good with salt because ground turkey is really bland. And if you don't put quite a bit of salt in it, it's just bland, right? I'm also going to put some black pepper. These are to your taste. Salt and pepper is to your taste. Well, everything's to your taste, right? And I also have a cup of breadcrumbs. Yay. We're going to go ahead and give this a massage up in here. I think I used about 2/3 of a cup of breadcrumbs. You just want to judge it. You want to put breadcrumbs in there because it softens the meat. It gives that soft texture to the meat. It takes up some of the extra, liquid in there. Helps bind it with the egg. A little bit more salt. A little bit more pepper. Woo. So now let's prepare the meatloaf for the cooker. Okay, so I have an 8-inch cake pan. This pan fits perfectly in the Foodi. I'm putting it on this rack. This isn't the rack that came with it. The rack that came with it has little handles that go up there so the cake pan won't fit in there with it. But if you just get a simple rack like this with legs on it, I'll put a link in the description to something similar to this. So I have my 8-inch cake pan and I'm just taking a piece of foil and I'm lining the cake pan with the foil. Mostly the reason I'm doing this is it makes it easier to get it out because you can just lift the foil up as a sling with the meatloaf in it. Plus, it makes cleanup a lot easier if you have this lined. So, let me get some gloves on. Oh, we pack this meatloaf in here. So here's our meatloaf. We're just gonna pack it in here. Yum, it smells really good, those seasonings. So we got our meatloaf in here, and we're just gonna spread it out to the edges, make it even, flat and even, so it cooks evenly. You don't want a big hump in the middle because it will cook unevenly. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get this all straightened out. This looks like that big old hamburger that I made, that Eric made. Okay, let me wash up real quick. Okay, so we have a rack in the cooker. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put 1.5 cups of water in here. You always need to put water or some kind of liquid in the bottom of a pressure cooker. Then we're gonna put our meatloaf in here. Woo. And now we're gonna set the cooker. So we're gonna put the lid on the cooker. Maybe. Okay. And we're gonna make sure the vent is to seal. So we're gonna start out, we're gonna cook this on high pressure for 25 minutes. Start. So the cooker's gonna come up to pressure. It's gonna cook for the 25 minutes. We're gonna do a natural release for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we'll let the rest of the pressure out, and then we'll glaze and air fry it. Okay, so the pressure cooking finished. It switched over to a keep warm mode. We are gonna let it sit here for 10 minutes, and it's gonna naturally release a lot of the pressure. At the very end of the 10 minutes, I'm just gonna release the rest of it, and then we can glaze the meatloaf and air fry it. So we have a little bit of steam left in here. I'm gonna go ahead and release that. Ooh. And we're gonna take the lid off. Make sure you always take it off away from you. Ooh. Mm. Wow.
Smells good.
Yeah. We're gonna drop the air fryer lid down. We're gonna go ahead, air fry, and we're gonna knock it down. Whoops! So we're gonna knock our temp down to 375, and we're gonna go 10 minutes on the air fry. And when that's done, we'll look at its progress. Okay, let's take this pup out, right? Woohoo! It is nice and glazed on there. So let me move this just slightly. And I'm gonna try to use my little lifter thing here that I got the other day. Wow, okay. Look at that. It's nice and glazed. Woohoo! So let's move this cooker out of the way. Okay, so we're going to use this as a little sling to get this out of here. And you know, this isn't very hot, so we're just gonna sling it on over. Yeah, right? Look at that. Ooh. There's juices in here because, you know, we had a lot of liquid inside the cooker. And so there's a lot of steam action going on. I think we need to cut this and take a taste. Should we just cut it like a pie?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm just going to cut myself a piece of meatloaf pie. Mm-hmm. Wow. If I can cut it all the way through, that would be good. I don't want to cut the foil all up, which I did, sort of. Wow, look at that. That is nice and juicy. Nice and juicy. Look at how juicy that is. Nice and juicy. Wow. And this is our meatloaf. Looks really good, huh? Looks good to me. Wow, look at that, guys. This is a turkey meatloaf cooked in a pressure cooker and then air fried. Let's see how it is. Oh, it's hot. It's nice and tender. And flavorful. And the sauce kicks it up. That is fantastic. Yeah. You could go a little less time. I went 25 minutes. It was temping like 180. So you could go maybe 20 minutes, 18 minutes on the pressure cooker. That is really delicious. But the sauce is really good. It sets it off, right? Nice and tender and juicy, flavorful. And it's turkey, right? Wow. I give this turkey meatloaf thumbs way up. I give the Ninja cooker thumbs way up. It did a great job. Very interesting on the whole air fry pressure cook thing. You want to try, Boo?
I'll take a little.
I'll feed you.
Because I'm not normally a fan of turkey, right? It's kind of boring. Got a lot of good flavors in there. It's kind of hard to describe, but yeah, the topping, of course, we always like ketchup, right? That's what makes meatloaf. But it's not dried out at all. I mean, everybody like hates meatloaf. It's all dried out, and this stuff has a lot of moisture in it, so
Delicious.
I give it a good props. You know, and it's not mushy either. It's
No,
good. It's good.
no, it's not mushy. Definitely not mushy, but tender and flavorful. It just, wow. Really, really good. I think I might have a meatloaf sandwich with this. Right?
We know we are.
Yeah. If you like this video, please give me a comment, subscribe, and visit my website at amylearnstocook.com. You can catch me on social media at Facebook. My group is Amy Learns to Cook. So facebook.com/group/Amy Learns to Cook. I'm also on Pinterest and Twitter at Amy Learns to Cook. And Instagram, you can catch me at Cooking with Amy. And this little piece of crusty right here. Yeah, boy.
Yeah, just see it with your fingers.
I like that little crusty.
Oh,
That's good.
Just grab.
It's hot, Boo.
No. Hot.
Tasty.